Today I would like to talk about ISO. The word ISO comes from a Greek word meaning equal. It's called isos. It's also known from the International Organization for Standardization. If you want to look up what the actual standard is, it's ISO 12232-2006. The difference between ISO on your camera can make or break your photography. Today's modern digital camera sensors do not work in the same way that film does. Film uses basically the actual film that you put into the camera, and that has an ISO rating. 100, 400, a range of different ones. And what that refers to is how sensitive that film is to light. Digital cameras work on a different principle. They have an actual artificial electrical gain or boost to the sensor. So it doesn't matter, it's not a case of the sensor is sensitive to light, it's a case of it adds artificial electrical gain as the ISO goes up. That's why you get digital noise on your pictures. So the best ISO for your pictures would be ISO 100. It would retain the greatest detail and contrast and without giving any digital noise. But whereas if you look at something like ISO 3200, then you're going to get a picture which is more sensitive in darker situations, but will add a lot of digital noise or grain to your image. The best advice is to set your ISO settings at between 100 and 400 and adjust your aperture and shutter speeds to suit the environment. You can employ a tripod which will help you, but this is the best way I've found to get the best results on my images. If I'm using above 400, then I'm fine in post-processing. I'm trying to get rid of that digital noise, and that can produce poor contrast, it can produce poor detail on your images, and you can lose it over too heavy post-processing. Of course, some cameras do have better results at higher ISOs than 400, but yes, they will produce some noise. It's just a case of they're trying to get rid of it through chrominance or luminance smoothing. It's again down to personal preference, but I would say keep your ISO as low as possible. I hope you found that useful. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them below.